Good morning. This is yesterday's news, and it is the news in yesterday, 23 September 2025, and New York Times news: How to silence dissent bit by bit until fear takes over. In earlier March, I asked a lawyer, a naturalized citizen living in Texas, whether he shared the unease among Chinese immigrants and that American politics under President Trump was beginning to echo the China we left behind. Foreign officials intimidation of the press and business leaders carrying favor with leadership. He struck as long as late-night talk show hosts can still make fun of the president, he said American democracy is safe. For those of us who grew up under strict censorship, late-night comedy always felt like an emblem of American freedom. The idea that millions of Americans could go to bed each night having watched the president's monkey felt almost magical, sometimes unimaginable where we come from. That's why ABC's suspension of the Jimmy Kimmel Show after pressure from the Trump administration and the president's public thrust towards critical journalists felt so jarring. To many Chinese who have endured the relentless erosion of speech by the country's top leader, Xi Jinping, it felt ominous. Free speech rarely vanishes in a single blow. It erodes until silence feels no more. Coming from a dictatorship, people like me are sharply attuned to these things, said Zhang Weimin, a former investigative journalist in China, better known for her pen name Jiangxie. We can sense how freedoms are chipped away little by little. Ms. Zhang was repeatedly harassed and threatened for World State Security. Agents call her negative reporting on China. She now lives in the United States. The United States is no China. Constitution protections an independent judiciary and a robust civil society still provide guardrails. Yet the Trump administration's menacing comments and actions show how those guardrails can be weakened. The path China has traveled can offer lessons for Americans about how freedom is lost and rerouting costs. China has not always been that as tightly controlled as it has become under Mr. Xi in the 1990s and 2000s. Censorship could be harsh and people went to jail for their political views, but there was still space for freedom expression. Investigative journalists like Ms. Zhang help expose corrupt officials. The internet and social media then also allow public debate, and people were able to press the government to respond to their concerns. The started to change step by step after Mr. Xi took power in late 2012. He moves a newspaper's editorial elevated the role of government officials to control the internet and declared that all media must protect and serve the Communist Party. There was resistance, strikes by journalists, protests by members of the public, and display of solidarity from entertainers, intellectuals, and entrepreneurs. The government responded with arrests, penalties, and prohibitions. Within a few years, it became impossible to do critical journalism in China. Investigative reporting became extinct. The social media site Weibo, once a cacophony of debate, became an amplifier for state media. Websites were censored and forced to self-censor to survive. The cost of sweeping speech had consequences. When an unknown phenomenon surfaced in Wuhan near the end of 2019, Dr. Li Wenliang tried to warn colleagues and his friends. He was reprimanded for spreading rumors. Warning or delayed. The window for public health response narrowed. After Dr. Li's death, his message, a health society should not have only one voice, circulated as both a plea and an indictment. As the coronavirus spread worldwide, Mr. Xi jailed and silenced more of his critics and mobilized the public to attack a novelist who kept an online diary of her experience in Wuhan. The calling effort to hold the Chinese internet devolved into a platform for nationalists to praise the government, and Mr. Xi dissent or criticize is not tolerant. Online grievances are attacked, cause ammunition for hostile foreign media. Even public grief and videos about poverty are concerned. The control hasn't stopped at news media and social media. Films were added to erase some sex relations. Hip-hop artists were ordered to radio positive energy. Economists were told not to speak negatively about China. Any criticism or mocking of Mr. Xi was forbidden in 2017. The government censored images and mentions Winnie the Pooh because some saw reasonable to Mr. Xi. Ren Zhiqiang, a retired real estate developer, a serving and 20 years sentence for calling Mr. Xi a power-hungry crow. Cai Xia, a retired professor at the Communist Party Central School, lost her party membership and pensions for calling Mr. Xi a mafia ringleader. Under Mr. Xi, China makes it a crime to criticize mature and heroes, prosecuting even pursuing slander of Communist Party figures. The Chinese government fined a comedy studio about $2 million in 2023 for a joke compelling China's militaries to stray dogs, saying the comedian severely insulted the People's Liberation Army. Mr. Xi's effective concert buyers that are not aligned with his vision from China. That's why the silencing of Mr. Kim Il and the subsequent remarks by Mr. Trump and his alias Jin an alarm for those who had watched freedoms in China, he wrote. Mr. Kim's show was suspended after he made a remark speculating about the political beliefs of the man who is accused of assassinating the conservation activists Charlie Keith of China's criminal code for slandering materials. Mr. Trump said last Friday the news reporters who covered his administration negatively were breaking the law. They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad, he said. See, I think that's really illegal. Think of Mr. Xi's instruction that news reporting should steadfastly focus on political coverage. On the Chinese internet, many people sense something familiar in Mr. Camille's suspension. Has Trump been trained in China? Asked a reporter. The U.S. starts to feel more like a dictatorship, said a comment under a WeChat video posted by the official Xinhua news agents. China government concerns usually leaves more room for the public to express their opinions and unflattering news posts after the United States. Their aim is to help promote the narrative that China is ascendant and the United States is declining. The United States is far from one-party state, but China's example shows how total control can be achieved step by step through top-down pressure and their self-concerns that follows. Michael Berry, a professor of China literature and cinema at the University of California, Los Angeles, linkens the process to how an electric fence holds sheep back. They need to be shocked only once or twice before they never approach the boundary again. That's how self-censorship was in China, he said, and now it seems like that's what's happening here. Mr. Barry said he was worried that the survival strategy of many Chinese intellectuals to stop speaking out to stay out of trouble will take root in the United States as people realize they must be cautious to avoid repercussions. Ms. Zhang, the former journalist, said he had been unsettled to see American institutions like ABC and its parent company, Disney, yield to political pressure. She said she and her Chinese friends used to blame themselves for not resisting Beijing more boldly. I never imagined America would be so meek, she said. By comparison, we were actually pretty brave. Thanks for listening. See, we can see the democracy actually it is also very weakened. It can be destroyed so easily because we all know in the movies the bad side, bad persons, they can do anything to destroy it, but the good person, if they want to defend, it will be more difficult. But we believe sometimes the bad person, they will get the advantage, but finally the good one will on the top. I hope you know what I want to express. But the free to speech, it is very important. And the American, I was wondering, maybe the normal American people is not very value of this, but when they face the threaten, and then they will finally found, yes, the freedom, the democracy, it is important because the evidence, it is for everyone. So let's try to do it and make the world better. And we are the human, we deserve to feel safety, and we can have the express to we feel free to talking about anything, and without the threaten, without the jail. So just friendly to each of other, no matter you are the yellow one or the white one or the black one. Anyway, enjoy the life, I hope. Yeah, so thank you for listening, comment me, subscribe me, and then let's see what can we do together in the future.